Joining us now from Los Angeles, attorney Anahita Sedaghatfar.
Defense attorney Anahita Sedaghatfar here in Los Angeles.
Anahita Sedaghatfar is joining us from LA today.
Bill, reasonable suspicion is all that's required. That is a very low standard. The prosecution needs to prove each and every one of these allegations beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, that ain't easy.
I think a mistrial was going to be granted. No, I think the defense did the right thing. They were vigilant in preserving their objections, making their arguments in order to preserve that for appeal.
Impact segment tonight, public school in Louisiana had a policy allowing it to test female students for pregnancy. Do you agree with that?
There were so many things wrong with that policy. Not only did it clearly violate federal law, Title IX, which explicitly prohibits schools from discriminating against students based on pregnancy, it's unconstitutional.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't have a beef with that. All right, we both agree.
Absolutely,
Common
that's
ground
fine.
has been reached, ladies and gentlemen. Drugs. I say
Jerry Sandusky, while he's probably not the most loved guy in the world, he deserves a right to a fair trial, and he deserves a fair jury. It's going to be difficult. Now, I'm saying that I think the selection of the jury is going to be probably one of the most important things for Sandusky's defense team, because he needs to get in there and make sure that he vets those jurors, because unless you live on planet Mars or in some other world, you've heard of these allegations.
But
the complaints online.
you got a locker in this school, I can search it. You say?
School officials can't arbitrarily, based on a hunch, go ahead and search. No, they have to have a reasonable suspicion.
Why can't they say we're going to do a search today on everybody's locker?
I would argue that's not constitutional. Why not?
Why?
Because students have a expectation of privacy in their lockers.
Do I have it?
Yes.
All right, Counselor,
You got it
very
right.
good. We appreciate it.
And it's a good point, because look, we're talking about the money part. $73 million a year from the football program alone. Anahita goes to Penn State University. So yeah, there has to be some kind of monetary penalty. I'll give you the last word on that.
Absolutely, and I agree that there should be some penalty, but let's leave it to the criminal court system. Let's leave it within the purview of the civil courts, but not the NCAA. We don't want them roaming around the halls of every campus looking for infractions here. This had nothing to do with the football team. Whether or not Drew Peterson actually planned and plotted this all around a towel, to me it seems a little far-fetched, but I mean, if that's where the prosecution wants to go with it, that's where they're going to go, and the jurors are going to ultimately decide whether or not that's an inference they're willing to make.
Judge Anahita thinks this is a huge leap for prosecutors.
These are all things that the prosecution can say, or at least can try to build into, but are you hearing enough support for that?
Of course the prosecution can say these things, Ryan. Of course they are going to say these things. In fact, this is probably why they called this locksmith to testify. But at the end of the day, how much weight is that going to carry? Where is the DNA evidence? Where are the fingerprints? How did Drew Peterson exit the home? Presuming he got in through the front door and was able to pick the lock, how did he exit? And where are the forensic pieces of evidence here? That is what the defense needs to focus on. They're going to try to be very, very cautious from here on out. They have to.
Oh, cautious. All right, we'll have to wait and see, because they haven't shown that caution so far. Then again, prosecutors, they want to be aggressive, so we'll have to see what happens.
All I want to know is, where is Gabby, Anahita? What about that?
Yeah, you know, Nancy, my heart definitely goes out to this mother. I cannot imagine the pain that she's feeling not knowing where her daughter is. But hey, there are plenty of reasons why we as defense attorneys advise our clients not to speak to the police without an attorney.
The Department of Transportation behind me fired John Dantzler last year after this racy video and pictures went public.
Why did the supervisors not do so much as give him a warning, a written warning, verbal warning? But yet once this video becomes public, they decide to take the most extreme sanction, and that's termination.
They're not going to file criminal charges. It's pretty clear this guy was trying to do the right thing because he thought it was a bad smell and maybe somebody was in trouble inside.
Absolutely. This is actually comical to me. They fired this guy when they should have been awarding this guy. He was just doing his job, and in my opinion, he went above and beyond the call of duty.
Look, you lied about it. If you lied about it, you lose your job. Defend him.
That's pretext. First of all, we don't know exactly what the facts are. According to his statement, he believed that when they asked him that, they asked him whether or not he was going in there to commit a crime or commit a burglary. That wasn't what he was doing. Look, if I was home alone and someone was suspicious that there was something going wrong, I would be thankful that someone came and looking after me.
You would want a burly, bald man. You're home alone. You want this burly, bald dude coming into your bedroom? Is that really what you're looking for? Or you're looking for him to say?
He was a law enforcement officer. He was a law enforcement officer, and certainly, I think not only should he appeal his employment, but I think if they don't give him his job back, he should sue.